Hey everybody, welcome back to Gooseberry Homestead. So we're on weekend 3 that I've had this cold, and I've still got a little bit of a cough, and fall has been really coming to the garden, and so I just kind of wanted to just walk around my yard really quick and just kind of, I guess, just do a walkthrough. I mean, I really don't have a whole lot to talk about. I'm a backyard gardener, renting, dreaming of having a homestead to put my gooseberries and all my berries and all my trees and everything that I'm growing into the ground. However, I am growing some apple trees in containers, and frankly, because I'm a newbie and everything like that, these trees will probably not be very great trees in the future, only because they're probably going to get root bound, and I moved them a few times, so taproots have probably gotten damaged. I know one of my apple trees for sure, the taproot has been damaged a couple times, and I'm just learning, you guys. When I do finally get a homestead to actually have trees in the ground, I do have a couple varieties that I am actually wanting to get that I don't currently have right now. And these ones that I'm growing right now are really just for the mere fun of it, and they'll most likely remain in a pot at least until I can put them in the ground, and they probably, they'll probably never get very big. So I'll just kind of give you an overall of everything that's going on in the garden now. And my herbs are still growing over here. I let all of them go to seed that were going to go to seed. I crushed the seeds back into the pots on all of them. I really wasn't worrying about too much about harvesting this year. I did use some of my herbs fresh from the garden in my cooking this year, which has been really nice. But overall, I haven't really been dehydrating or doing anything this year. I still have a bunch in my pantry that I need to use up this winter, and I'll be doing that. So I'll just kind of give you an overall. My hydrangea, I need to cut off the blossoms that have died, see if there's any seeds on there. And then if I have any seeds, I can always try to grow some more. The hydrangea that I split up and put into this pot, I will probably have to actually break this pot when I remove this hydrangea from this pot, because I won't be able to get the plant out without breaking it, to be completely honest. So it'll just remain there in this pot forever. No. So anyways, yeah. My European cherry plum is losing its leaves. You can see a lot of the stems or branches have lost their leaves. They're down all around on the ground down there. So it's looking really good. And my strawberries are growing in the pot. These are the Lauren strawberries. There's some babies right there. They will stay in the pot outside, because last year I tried to overwinter some of the little starts that had started, and lo and behold, I killed them. So I'm leaving them outdoors. They'll be just fine. If they survive, they survive. If they don't, they don't. I think being outside, they have the best chance. So leaving them in there. And my lemon verbena grew a lot in the greenhouse, and now I'm leaving it right here so it can harden off for the winter. I will actually move this up along the edge of the house for winter. And I got a lot of cuttings off of it this year too. So here is my wild arugula. I actually just kind of stuck it in here. A lot of the seed pods here, they'll break open and then the seeds will come out. And so those will go back into the pot, and then it'll make more arugula for next year. And I've snacked on it all summer long. It's been really nice. And that's my Italian. I do believe that is my Italian wild arugula. I just have a wild arugula written down. Okay, so going on, I've got a lot of little baby German thyme growing. Looks really great. Thyme, however you want to pronounce it. I like to say thyme a lot just to get people's reactions on how I pronounce things. Because half the time I can't even speak correctly. So get all my accents all mixed up. I pick up accents really bad. So it's probably because of my Scottish heritage. I don't know. Anyways, this is my Russian olive right here. It's actually continued to grow some more, and it's actually gotten taller since I moved it right here. But I am starting to lose some of the leaves on this one as well. This is the that Japanese maple. It has grown a lot. It's looking really good, but it's green. It's not red. Its mommy. Its parent was a red Japanese maple. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And then I have combined my apple trees in with my berries. So I have got double gold here, and I've come down and put the sticks down inside, try to see if I can get some more plants from the plants I already have. And last year they had gotten really tall and leggy, and then the wind blew and broke all of my berries off, and I was super bummed. So hopefully I'll just have berries a little bit lower. And then everything's looking good. Everything's just turning colors. Again, here's another apple tree in with, and every one that has a red stake has an apple tree in it. I got the stakes at Home Depot the other day for 99 cents. And that was really, really great because I love these stakes. These garden stakes are amazing, and they last forever. The green ones, I've been using those ones for almost 5 years now. So I'm sucking on a lozenger. So, but yeah, so that's an apple tree in here, and I've topped this one off right up here. I'm really short, you guys. I'm like 5'1", and like 3/4. So I'm gonna try to keep all of my my apple trees and cherry trees and all of them at a height where I can reach them. So this is like topped about 3 feet or 4 feet or something. So I'll do that with all of these. Once this one grows up next year, I'll top it right there, and then that way when the branches go up, it's I don't want anything to be over 10 feet tall, because I'm okay with getting on a step ladder, but I don't really want to be climbing really high. So here's my other one. This one has a lot more branches on it this year. This is the second year that it's been growing, and I've got European cross spiders all over in my garden. I haven't really gotten them on video. And then I got another apple tree in here. I've got about 6 apple trees right now in the garden that I grew from seed. They definitely have a crab apple. This one right here is a crab apple because it has the red leaves, and that's definitely characteristic of a crab apple. So there's no telling. Some of the other ones might be crab apples too. They may taste good, they may not. We'll just have to wait and see. Just wait and see. The pink blueberry here does not have an apple tree with it, and I'm still waiting on the 2 pink blueberries to ripen up. We're into November. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're into October now here, October 6th, and it's not ready yet. And they're really small. I noticed that the first year with my sharp blueberry, they were also very small because the plant was really small that year that I got it too. Like, we're talking like less than 8 inches tall, and then the berries were very small. So I expect this one to have bigger blueberries, at least bigger pink blueberries next year. Oh, here's one of those European cross spiders. This is, you see him, he's moving. He's like, no, you destroy all of our webs. I'm sorry, I don't mean to. And if you look at their backs, you'll see like a cross on their back. That's his belly. He's moving. Maybe he'll show us his back. No, he's gonna hide. So I got another cherry tree, or not cherry tree, but another apple tree here. And the leaves have already started to change color on this one. And I've got all the varieties mixed up, but I have the labels in there from the type of apple that I grew it from. Oh, here's another European cross spider. This one is having a snack. Saw one eating a wasp last week. Okay, and this is my cherry tree, and I've got strawberries planted in the bottom of this one. And then this is my sharp blueberry. I've done a tiny bit more pruning on it, but it's looking really, really good. I'm really liking the overall shape. These areas will grow out more in the spring, and then I'll have a little bit more upright growth, more like I'm trying to contain the all of the branches and stuff within the container to minimize any kind of breakage that could damage the plant overall. So we'll come back over here. In this pot I have like my goji berries, and I've got lilacs and roses and bulbs of some sort. I'm wanting to say probably grape hyacinths. So hopefully I don't step in any dog doo-doo. My elderberry is losing its leaves. This is the thundercloud, and the leaves have turned this really pretty color you can see here. And even my boysenberry, if I zoom over here, it has bright red leaves. It's really pretty. And even my pink blueberry right there has some reddish tint to the leaves. Really, really pretty. My shadow keeps getting in the way, but really beautiful. And so the overall color is really, really pretty. I've got more of these European cross spiders, and they're all over my garden. They're in between all of the bushes here. And then this is my Spanish apricot. It's doing really, really great. It's really liking the shape that I've put it into. This was the one that I had stressed out a lot by having it be looking like a columnar style tree, but I just figured it was a little bit too short and it needed more space in between the columns. And since I'm so new to this, I was just like, you know what, it wants to be like this, so I just put it back into this shape. In the spring I'll take all the stakes out and we'll let the limbs relax to where they really want to be completely. But this was the way they were going, and I wanted them to have a little bit more spacing in between the limbs for like fruit harvest and that sort of thing in the future. All right, so here's one of those European cross spiders. See if I can get it to zoom in on its back. It's really, let's see. Come on, zoom. He's a little bit of a smaller one. The wind is blowing it. It's almost like a perfect cross, but it's upside down because he's hanging upside down. It's not wanting to focus on him. And if I put my hand in there, then I'll mess up his web. And then this is my one of my apple trees. I separated the apples out of that one pot that I had them in because they're gonna start getting bigger, and I didn't really disturb their roots a whole lot, so that was really good. And these are the columnar style tree, and I think I actually called this one a columnar, but I meant to call it an espalier. So sick brain, sorry guys. So I'm getting well, but yeah, I'm not thinking completely straight. But anyways, so yeah, so this is one of my apple trees. I'm wanting to say this one is the Blushing Delight. I didn't get any apples on this year, and it's getting yellow leaves, and the leaves are starting to fall off. My other Spanish apricot is looking amazing. You guys, it has grown a lot this year. It's gotten really thick base. Same with the other apricot. It's a little bit more stunted. I stressed it out quite a bit this year with the pruning. I'm gonna kind of just let it go next year, and then and then maybe just wait to prune the following year. We'll just see how well it does. I really like summer pruning because midway through the summer, because it allows me to kind of shape the tree, and it allows for more growth. So but yeah, I really want the other one to get a little bit bigger next year, so I'm not gonna bother it quite as much and give it some rest, because you know, when you prune your trees, they really do feel stuff, and they will create hormones and stuff when they get stressed. And so when you cut them, they know they're being cut, and so they'll expect more cutting, and you don't want to do that much stress to your trees. So when people say they're stressing the trees out by over pruning or whatever, I mean, it's real. The trees and stuff can feel too. So so this is my other elderberry. Pretty sad looking. It's already lost a lot of its leaves. I am thinking I will probably end up taking off those two sides, this here and this here, and allowing it to put out some new growth like this. This is really nice and sturdy. That's what I'm looking for. And so I'll probably cut those two branches off in the spring and create two new plants with that, and then allow it to allow those to create more bushes. And so that's what I'm thinking about doing with that one. I will be getting some more pictures of this Lebanon cedar. It is just doing excellent. My dog keeps laying down in front of me where I'm walking. Hi, Walter. Hi. Here's my other apple tree. This is the one that was in the pot with the other one that I separated. Again, didn't really mess with the roots a whole lot. I do want to add a little bit of more soil to this one, and maybe split up these flowers a little bit more and put some with the other apple tree. And so I may be doing that here soon. Yeah. And then I have an empty pot for next year. And here is my pineapple sage. I'm going to keep it out in the middle of the yard for next year, and we'll see how well it does out in full complete sun. It didn't get too awfully tall compared to what it can grow to, so we'll see how that goes. And then this is my Mountain Beauty, or Ivan's Beauty, I think. Mountain Ash. Anyways, it eludes my brain. Ivan's Beauty Mountain Ash, and so it is looking beautiful. No berries on it this year. The berries on this one will not be orange. They'll be more of a wine color, I guess you could say, like more of a reddish color. So until I actually have fruit, I won't be able to really say what color it looks like to me. But that's what the description in the book kind of said. It was like maybe a red or a purple color. I'm not exactly sure. And then I got my strawberries and my Rose of Sharon down inside, and there's some other bulbs down and around in that pot. And over here, the corn is done, but I do have purple broccoli, finally. Check this out. Right in here. Purple broccoli. Just little bits. I just need to spray off the other ones, and they had aphids all over them, so now I just need to spray them off and see if I get any more. So it's looking really good. I got my garlic was planted a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, right before I got sick, and some of the garlic is coming up in this container here. You kind of can see them down in there coming up. So yeah, that is the I want to say which one. I'm not exactly sure which. Bavaria purple. That's awesome. And then I have to harvest the tomatoes because we're gonna get frost here soon, and then I will lose everything. My parsley's doing good, and I haven't checked in the greenhouse yet, but that's pretty much it. My sage actually got quite a bit bigger. The leaves got bigger, I mean, and so it's looking really good. Everything is settling down for fall here, and looking really great. And all my gooseberries are losing their leaves too. But everything's looking really, really good. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching my long video. Me just kind of walking around my yard looking at my plants and coming along with me for that. And as always, have a wonderful day. Comment, like, and subscribe, and click the bell button. And I will see you guys in another video. Bye.